Chapter 40, JJ Abrams, I presume. We're here to see April. She looked up from her book and said, "Oh, okay," and picked up the phone and made a call. About 30 seconds later, she hung up and said, "She's not in her office. Can I help you with something?" "We have some materials for her, headshots, resumes for the Star Trek film," I said. She replied, "Oh, you can leave those here. I'll make sure she gets them." Now that should have been okay. We had no reason not to trust her. But we were so close that we didn't want to take any chances. Actually, would it be possible for us to drop these off to her personally? The receptionist hesitated, which is when Andy broke out the charm.
Great. The fate of my career hangs on speaking to, and charming, a woman. Damn it. I'm a Star Trek fan. If there's one thing I don't do well, it's casually flirt with attractive women. On the other hand, if I didn't do or say something, we'd lose our opportunity to hand-deliver our headshot folders to April. Our window was closing, and I was panicking. Say something, Andy. WWJKD. What would James Kirk do? I quickly scanned her for any opening I could use, and because I'm an idiot, and most certainly not Kirk, I picked the biggest and most obvious. How are you liking it so far? She glanced up at me, and I nodded to the massive hardbook cover grasped between both of her hands. As I nodded, I quickly read the title and continued. The Dead Hollows. How are you liking it so far?
I looked at Andy mouthing the Dead Hollows. I was about to run interference as I was a huge Harry Potter nerd, but decided to trust him and his mad improv skills.
Deathly Hollows? She corrected. Yeah, that's a good one, too. She giggled and looked up at me, so I continued. Which part are you at? I just started. It's good, I assured her. I mean, they all are, but I don't have to tell you that. Full disclosure, in 2007, I was woefully unfamiliar with Harry Potter. I hadn't read any of the books, and I had only seen the first movie. Back then, I dismissed Harry Potter as kiddie Lord of the Rings. It's okay. I've since repented and found J.K. Rowling. But back then, in JJ's hip brick and silver production hub, I was clueless. Still, that didn't stop me. Remembering fragments of plot details pieced together from half-listened to conversations with my sister, I continued. It's just crazy. I mean, that whole thing with Dumbledore. I'm still not over that whole thing.
Dumbledore? God help us. Making More Fake Star Trek is available now on Amazon in paperback and for Kindle.